All right, what's going on, beautiful people? It's the North Shore 9 podcast presented by FanDuel. I'm Tyler. With me is Ryan. We're going to talk a little bit about Pirates supposedly spending money. We'll also give away, or not give away, but we'll talk about what we're thankful for from former Pirates. You have a weird crew with you tonight. You have me and Ryan, because everybody else is apparently too important to join the show. It's not like we know what day this show is on every week, Ryan. But some people think they're a little bit too important.
Yeah, how did it's the biggest bar night of the year, Tyler. And how are we're probably you definitely are the most probably heavy drinker of the NS9 bunch.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm probably in the running for number 2.
Yeah. I would say you're number 2.
How did the two heaviest drinkers get stuck with Thanksgiving Eve NS9 live? What has happened here?
That is a simple answer. Tonight is amateur night.
There you go. You're right.
DiNardo's out. It's amateur night.
Yep. And that's the thing. Like Jim, I understand Jim, he couldn't make it tonight. He's traveling back to Pittsburgh for Thanksgiving to be with his family. DiNardo, I saw DiNardo in person last week. He was here. He went back to Jacksonville. DiNardo's not traveling tonight. He's just out getting drunk. And I like at DiNardo and I's age, like I'm beyond the let's go out on Thanksgiving Eve, time. DiNardo's right there in the mix. He's
Ryan,
all in.
I'm 32 and I'm beyond that. I've had this conversation like 3 times this week where people will ask me if I'm doing anything. I'm like, no, absolutely not.
I do have my Guinness. I am drinking tonight.
Well, yeah, I have a beer. We're off tomorrow. No,
there we
tomorrow.
Go.
Day full of football.
DiNardo's just out. He's just out partying in Jacksonville. I don't know.
Yeah, I got my Busch Light with me. You got your Guinness. We're adults.
Bucko Mike, did you get banned like Jim Rosati from YouTube? He got a new YouTube handle.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know what happened there. I mean, but and then we got Marvel in the chat here. Like he's traveling, he's tuned in.
There you go.
No, that's fine. It's fine, guys.
Hey, we're gonna give a good show, Thanksgiving show. Look at that. Lisa's here. Happy Thanksgiving, Lisa. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We're gonna do a great job. We're gonna talk about the Pirates spending. And hey, Tyler, 119 days to opening day. So
all right, something might be up because like everybody's names are a little bit screwed up.
Jim Rosati 9808.
Yeah, something's up. I don't know. Lisa had a number next to her.
Hopefully YouTube's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody got banned. Yeah, Ethan's got a number next to him. Okay.
Yeah, the only one that's hanging around is Lisa, I think. Did Lisa have one? No, Sean Hooper is the one without one.
Sean Hooper's here. He's here. He don't have a number. Maybe that's because he's a member. I don't know.
But yeah, like you said earlier, though, like tonight, it's not. I remember actually jumping on North Shore 9, I think back in like 2018 or so, a while ago. And we talked about the biggest drinking nights of the year because that's when DiNardo brought up Groundhog Day. Because apparently that's the biggest thing of all time in Pennsylvania. And I brought up this night and he called it amateur night. And it took me a little while, but I got there. I don't want to be out tonight.
Yep. But DiNardo still is. That's the thing. And he's a big Cinco de Mayo fan. He's usually out there for that stuff. Like it's just random.
Cinco de Mayo's fun.
Yeah. But hey, Groundhog's Day, it was a big deal when we were like in the high school, college era. But I haven't really given a crap about it in like 15 years, but it was a big deal. There was a lot of drinking going on. Come on, February 2nd. Come on, Tyler.
Sure. Couldn't tell you, man.
That's right.
Well, yeah. Well, do we have to talk Buccos? Or are we just going to sit here and drink like we're at the bar?
They're big spenders, baby. Big
spenders.
In theory, in their heads and in somebody's heads, they're big spenders, apparently.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, what do you make of all this? I mean, it's not just it's not just like a local beat writer, Noah, coming out saying it. It's not it's Jeff Passan, it's Ken Rosenthal saying that they're
Shade to our guy Noah there. It's not just a local beat writer like our guy Noah. Good Lord. Poor
It
Noah.
wasn't shade. That's our man. That's our buddy.
It was a touch of shade.
Well, it would be one thing if it was just like, local guys that are saying like, hey, I'm hearing from the front office that they're going to, because, hey, sometimes the front office, I don't know, local guys usually would get stuff like that, but this is national guys. But now it's, what was the last thing that we posted, Donardo posted today was Jesse Rogers pulled 16 executives throughout MLB, and they said that they expect the Pirates to spend. And look, if you're sitting on the outside of this, like unlike we are, like you see, hey, the Pirates, they have Paul Skeens. They have a very good pitching staff. They're young. They're controllable. They're cheap. It would make sense for the Pirates to, if they're going to ever spend, it would be to spend now. So I don't know if this from Ken Rosenthal and from the executives, if they're just spitballing like, hey, I think it makes sense if the Pirates will spend, or and when you're really like in it, like we are, you're like, there's no way in hell they're going to spend. Right. I mean, my God, they were throwing around Kyle Schwarber's name a couple weeks ago. Like, that's absurd.
Yeah,
that was never happening. So
never.
It's just, we're seeing it from everybody. And it's just, is this just people's opinions? Or, and even Travis Williams, I think, was it Mackey was at a Pirates event, and he ran into Williams, and he said, we missed the boat last year and we weren't as aggressive as we should have been in free agency. So like they're saying, even the Pirates front, like they're saying the right things, but is this just all opinions and expectations and nothing's going to happen, or what?
Yes.
That's it.
No, but like in all reality, I think you're kind of pointing at it there. We're not seeing the local guys talk about the Pirates potentially spending. We're talking about national guys saying the Pirates are going to spend money this year. Do I buy it? Hell no. I think they got fooled. I think somebody in the front office that's higher up convinced these dummies that they're going to spend money, or there's some agent out there, or there's some connection that has just made it sound like they're going to spend money. No, they're not going to spend money. They're not going 110 million.
They should, but right.
They should, but they're not. They're not. Until I see them do it, they're not doing it.
And that's the key. Because you can sit there and tell me that Bob Nutting himself has promised you that they're going to go get, some hitter and give them a $100 million deal, and they're going to spend. And I ain't going to believe it until, like you said, until it happens, until that ink is signed on the paper. It's just, you can't. How can you get? But that's what I mean. Like it's one thing if it was just one writer, like Ken Rosenthal or Jeff Passan, that's just saying, hey, I think the Pirates are going to spend, or I have a source that says pretty good in the front office that they're going to spend. But it's not just that. It's like everybody is that's like the trend right now. The Pirates are going to spend this offseason. And again, this would be the time to do it. So that would make sense. But it's the Pirates. And yeah, as Bucko Mike mentions, like, we initially heard Schwarber. Now we're hearing, Jorge Polanco, Ryan O'Hearn, Okamoto, like Tyler. All those names, I'd take them. I'll take any one of them. Like, get me a competent hitter. I will take them. So I'm fine with all those names, even though a lot of them are probably just pipe dreams. But yeah, I'm good with all of them. But so far, all we've seen is, hey, they brought Jack Sawinski back. Some of the tender guys, but that was it. Like, we're just
right. And I mean we're not being negative about it. That's all really that's happened at this point. Just in general across Major League Baseball, there hasn't been much movement in general. But again, man, like until they do it, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about Eugenio Suarez. I don't want to hear about Kyle Schwarber. I don't want to hear a damn thing about Josh Naylor. I don't care that you almost offered him $79 million. I don't care.
They thought about it.
I think about going to the gym every day. I don't do it. I'm never going to do it. But I thought about it.
Yeah, you think about a lot of things. So let's
Think
talk
about going on a diet. Think about everything. Like I think about being a better employee. Not happening.
Let's talk about Naylor, because that came out and it was Jeff Passan that initially had said, and it was just like a line in an article where he said, like, hey, the Pirates, biggest free agent signing was, what was it? Von Nova or whatever the heck it was.
No, it was
Liriano. Was it Liriano? Yeah, 39 million. And he's like, the Pirates were prepared to spend double that on Naylor. And it just kind of sat there. And then people took it to be like, oh, they offered Josh Naylor a contract. And it was like, did they though? And then, then it came out, Ken Rosenthal said like they didn't, but they were preparing to. So I don't know what that means. Like, it's
they
like they thought about it. It's like, oh, that's great. But once again, you missed the boat. But here's the problem with that. Even if, let's say, they went out and they offered Naylor 80 million or 79 million, or let's even say they offered Naylor the same exact deal that the Mariners offered him, and he eventually took. He's not going to sign that deal to go to Pittsburgh for the same amount of money. Like, they're going to have to overpay to get somebody big like that. And like, Tyler, do you remember the Jason Worth deal with the Nationals?
Yeah.
The Nationals were terrible since moving from Montreal to Washington. And they hadn't made the playoffs since they had been in Washington. And they threw that, I think it was 7 years, like 130 million, 26 million or something. And it was an absurd deal at the time. But the Nationals, like, they had to make that move. Like, that changed things for them. Mm-hmm. They started going to the playoffs. They eventually won a World Series. Of course, it wasn't with Worth. It was years later, but they made like 4 postseasons after that. Like, the Pirates would have to do something like that. They would need to make their Jason Worth deal to get one of these guys. And what do we know about the Pirates front office and Bob Nunning at this point? They're cheap, and they're not going to spend $1 more than they believe somebody's worth. So that's why I ultimately believe they're not going to ever make that Jason Worth deal. Even if it doesn't make sense and it is an overpay. To get somebody, you're eventually going to have to do that. And that's why I ultimately don't feel like they're going to make that move. Like, they're so stubborn and stuck in their ways. And like, even though, hey, we could get this guy if we offer him another couple million per year or an extra year or whatever, he's not worth it. So we're not going to spend that extra couple dollars. That they're just stubborn and they're cheap. And that's why I ultimately think they're never going to get Naylor or Jorge Polanco or definitely not Kyle Schwarber. They just won't make that move to go get their worth. And yeah, it sucks. But I don't know, man. People are like getting stupid pills this offseason, and the national media is buying in. Executives around baseball think they're spending all of a sudden. Like, these guys are smarter than that. Like, what's happening here?
No, they're not. They're well, no, I meant like they're not spending. Not that they're smarter than that, but
right.
They're not smarter than that either. I mean,
because we've seen agents and we've seen like national beat writers be mouthpieces for the agents or teams in the narrative, but now they're out here carrying the water of the Pirates front office. Like, what?
Yeah, which I mean, I guess is slightly encouraging that maybe there will be some sort of movement. I will believe it the second I see it, but at the same, like you mentioned, like the Jason Worth deal, a mistake at the end of the day. Here's my problem. Like a Josh Naylor, to me, that's a mistake. It would be fantastic to go spend money and get a real hitter. But what does he really do for you? He plays a position that your best hitter plays. Like, make your team better. Don't spend just to spend. And back in the day, you know what? Hand up. I thought the Chris Archer trade was fine, and mainly because I was just happy they finally tried to do anything. They just tried to go win baseball games. That's what the Chris Archer trade was. Was it a complete and utter failure? Absolutely. Did it ruin Neil Huntington's career? Yup. But he took a swing.
It was different.
I haven't seen Ben Sherrington do that yet. To me, Josh Naylor probably would have been in that same realm where you're going to spend that amount for a guy that plays the position of a guy that's your best hitter. That doesn't make much sense to me. That's where the Rays, the Guardians, they don't make those kinds of mistakes. The Pirates on our end, and like, I'm in the same boat as everyone else. I will be happy if they spend money, but at the end of the day, like, you can't be stupid with it. And when they decide to do things like the Chris Archer trade, and that's really the only like thing we can point at as Pirates fans of them actually trying, you can't make a mistake with it. That one just felt like we're just doing something just because we have to do something. And that, I feel like, to me, is what Josh Naylor would have been. We're going to spend the money just because we have it. Let's do it. Would he have been helpful? Absolutely. Like, you can't pass up. Like, you can pass up on a bat like that, but they don't have a bat like that in their lineup. It would have been helpful for sure. Would it have been the best thing they can do with their roster? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, you make good points. Like I said, it didn't not to be Naylor, but it's just, it would. I mean, to overpay for any free agent or bat, which is like I think what they would have to do to get a big name like that in, it is a mistake. And again, if the Pirates are going to spend and they're going to go all in while they have Paul Skeens, and this is the time to do it. Like, my God, you mentioned, Ben really hasn't had that Archer all in type move yet. It's year 7, Ben. Like, when's it happening? What are you doing here? Like, this is the time to do it. And we talked about it back when the Mariners traded for Naylor. Like, the Ben could have got on the phone and traded for Naylor.
That's the first time I've heard this is year 7 of Ben Sherrington, and it just made me want to like squirm.
Yeah, it makes you want to like.
We're in the like, 7th freaking year.
How?
I want to say the F word so bad.
They're all a bunch of losers. Yeah, it's just, but yeah, they could have went and traded for Naylor and had him for the season, and then maybe they could have signed him to a smaller type deal, like 2 or 3 years while he was already here. But no, they didn't. Hey, they made their bed with first base and went and got Horowitz, and and Horowitz should work out. Like, he had a nice season after the injury and coming back. So, but I don't know, I don't know where they go from here. Like Schwarber's not an option. Is it Jorge Polanco? Again, like they're going to have to overpay. Like, I just don't see these guys accepting the Pirates, like, even if it's market value type deal and they're not just trying to, do a cheap deal with these players. I just don't see them coming to Pittsburgh unless they really kind of go overboard and, like you said, make a mistake and overpay for somebody.
I hate every option out there.
Well, I don't
like any of them.
I mean,
I don't like any of them.
But again, like, we talk about Ryan O'Hearn and Jorge Polanco, and like, they would be our top probably 3 hitter easily. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm at the point, I just go get somebody that's a competent hitter. Like, don't get somebody that's a platoon guy that, hey, he's coming off an injury. He was blocked in the mind. He was blocked and he was sitting in AAA, and he might work out. He might be all right. He's got some potential. Like, no, you need a bona fide MLB competent bat. Like, that's what you need.
Sure.
And really, you need like 2 of them, 3 of them.
Legit. Yeah. But like, that's why I was kind of like, that's why I'm iffy on Naylor. Because I absolutely, a bat like that is needed on this team for sure. But in 2 years, I'm going to look at that and think, what the hell are we doing here?
Probably. But in 2 years, Paul Skeens will be out the door, probably.
Probably.
It's just like,
does Josh Naylor move the needle enough on a 2026 team, or could you just go get a freaking outfielder at some point?
Well, you need an outfielder. You need a corner outfielder. But
they gotta get an outfielder
and a bat. Yep.
Yeah, they need an outfielder and a bat, and every single freaking bat out there, I don't like.
You don't like? What about you don't like Ryan O'Hearn? He doesn't do it for you?
Not really. I mean, I'd be okay with it. He's
Yeah,
a human. That
he's a human,
he's not the worst thing in the world.
right? He's a
Honest to
body.
God, man, I went down this list of everybody available, and I don't like any of them.
Well, here's the thing. O'Hearn. I mean, 3 straight years he's been OPS
Yeah,
plus
like
119 or
he's
higher. Like he's been
fine.
in a pretty good above average hitter, and he's
Yes,
got a
but
little bit of power. Like you take it in this. You take it in this lineup. My God,
yeah,
it's
but
either
when he
that or
went,
we're going to be starting Jack Sawinski again.
I know, but when he went to San Diego, he was awful, just awful. Like
He wasn't that bad. I mean, San
no, like
Diego is
results
a
wise, he was fine, but
pitching
he
park, but
sucked.
yeah.
Like if he was a free, like if that was the whole season, I would not want him at all.
Well,
He's also coming up on 32. Don't love that. Aging curve's not great there.
yeah. I
Again,
mean,
like
most of
now
these
I'm
guys
getting
are going
nit.
to be in that age.
Here's the problem, Ryan, is that
You're getting
I dig
nitpicky.
more into it and then I get nitpicky on guys. And it's
Mhm.
like, you know what? All these guys would be better than what we have.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. Just like, and I'm not saying just throw money out there and pick up anybody. Like, because Lord knows Ben will do that. Like, he'll dumpster dive and get somebody that, like, hey, this guy's got potential. He could do it. No, they need a freaking MLB hitter, like 3 of them. So go get somebody.
Our
But again,
dynasty
I mean,
group chat is blowing up, Ryan.
it's good.
I got
Who's that
49
bad?
texts in our NCAA league.
Oh God, was there a game tonight? Did we missing out?
Yeah,
I think there was a game. I think
someone's playing tonight.
there's a game. So we're
Yeah,
missing it. But
it starts in
It's
4
a-
minutes actually.
it is a cutthroat college football NCAA league, that's for sure. So
It is not cutthroat at all. It is
Well-
happy go lucky. Do whatever you want.
that's true. I guess it is. It's
we
like both.
allowed
What?
allowed the order to take over it. He's just let the kids run.
Yep.
Not my former commissioner.
That's
He would
right.
Never.
That's
he
right. I
would've
wouldn't have put up with
never.
that. Donardo, I was the commissioner. Donardo took over due to, I don't know, people wanted him. And here we are.
I don't even know what we were arguing
He's out to
about.
lunch. He's out on Thanksgiving Eve doing God knows
He's-
what.
He's been out for 2 weeks. We haven't advanced in a month. We advanced like twice, but
I'll say this about Donardo. Like, they talk about like, hey, get off your phones. Like, you got to unplug from time to time. Donardo goes on vacation or he goes home. That dude unplugs.
unplugs.
Like, he's got no problem unplugging. He does a real good job with that.
I don't know how he does it.
I don't either, because he's attached to it any other time.
Yeah, he like when we say unplugs, he's gone.
Like, you don't even hear from him. You're like,
No.
what state are you in? Where are you? Like, what's nothing. So yeah. He falls
Like-
asleep, doesn't show up the Bucko Brew. I mean, it's brutal.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
So anyway, back to the Buccos off season.
Yeah,
So nobody
Um,
in this free agent hitter list excites you.
I have not found one, at least in the Pirates like wheelhouse, that really like even slightly moves the needle for me.
I mean, they just look. It doesn't have to be these huge home runs. They have to get better hitters. They need them.
Yeah, they do, but like,
So like Jim talked about Mike Talkman on Monday
Yeah.
on Bucko Brew.
meh.
Like Mike Talkman's like destined to be a Pirate, right? Like he's
don't-
pretty much a platoon, but he's been solid. Like every season he can hit. Like he's above average against right-handers.
yeah,
Like the dude's going to be a Pirate. If not this year, he'll be soon.
I know, but turning 35, don't love that. No power, don't love that.
They're all in their 30s. All these
I
free agents
know.
are in their 30s.
Again, I'm getting nitpicky.
You are. You're like
And
the
in all
Dodgers-
reality,
you're
like-
like Yankee fans over here. Like, well, he
No.
only had a 124 OPS plus. Like,
No, but like in all reality, here's the problem. Mike Talkman is expected to be a league average hitter. That would be such an upgrade for this team.
right. I'll say this: if Mike Talkman or Rob Refsnyder is not on the Pirates come opening day, I'll be stunned. I'll be stunned if one of those two aren't on the team. Because again,
Talkman's not like he's fine in the corner.
They're going to be cheaper options, and that's where we're going to end up because they'll be like, oh, we just missed on Polanco and we just missed on O'Hearn, and Schwarber went back to Philly. Like that was ever going to happen.
Right.
But yeah, so that like we're going to have to look at these cheaper options.
For sure. And then another guy I do want to talk about just briefly, and Yellowbeard brings it up. Suarez is almost over the hill at 34. Suarez has been mentioned a little bit. Where are you at with him?
I take him. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of deal?
Maybe not like where are you at with him, but is he like at the top of your board here?
Yeah. I mean, I think as far as realistic
anybody that can hit a baseball.
Yeah. I'm like Tyler. When was the last 90 exit velocity you had? Sign you up.
Yeah.
If I don't know what type of deal is Suarez going to get, do you think? I mean, he's not going to get no 5-6 year deal at his age.
No, I mean, he's almost 34.
But like, if he's going to get a 3-year deal, 20 million, like 100%, I would sign up for that.
I don't know. I don't want to give him 20 mil. I don't.
I mean, they're probably not going to give anybody 20 mil. Let's be realistic. I know, but I would do it. Yes, I would do it.
So with Suarez, for example, and the Pirates obviously needed a third baseman.
Yep.
They have nothing on that entire side of the infield, to be honest. There's nothing.
Save us, Connor Griffin.
Yeah, but he's not going to be up because they're the Pirates. Suarez is like he hit 34 homer. He hit a lot of home runs.
He hit 49 home runs last season.
Never mind. He hit a lot more.
And he hit 49 before, and he's hit 30 4 other times. Like, yes, I want this guy. 3 for 75. I'm in. Sign me up.
But here's where I get concerned about Suarez. He was terrible in Seattle.
He wasn't okay.
He was not terrible. Good in Seattle.
Yeah, he didn't. I mean, he's not an average guy. He's more of a power guy. But he was like Mendoza line in Seattle.
He was bad in Seattle.
But again, like Seattle, San Diego, like these aren't hitter parks. You know what I'm saying? So like, look, Tyler. I don't care about I don't care about the Pirates' future beyond Paul Skeens. This is where I'm at. So if we have to mortgage some bad years, because Lord knows we've lived enough bad years. So
I would mortgage it all.
Right. So if Paul Skeens, once he's gone, this team's going to be, it's going to be lower. What's the Billy Bean line on the Moneyball? There's this, there's us,
the Yankees, there's us, and then there's
crap.
Yeah,
and then there's us. Like that's what the Pirates are going to be after Paul Skeens leaves. So I'm all for. Let's do it now. And I'm not saying like go, spend ridiculous and just make all these mistakes, but 3 years, I'm all for it. Like, let's make the mistakes for the next 3-4 years, because that's when Paul Skeens will be here. So yeah, I would take Suarez.
The part that does concern me is that strikeout rate getting as bad as it did, just with the age he's at. Like,
but he always struck out a ton.
He spiked.
I don't know.
He went to 36%.
He's led the league in strikeouts 3 seasons in his career. So like he's always struck out. But yeah. And look,
if they could get him, I would not complain.
If they got him, like the likelihood of him just falling off a cliff would be high, because it's the Pirates and bad things happen to us. So I could see that totally. But again, you can't, you can't
live in your fears.
Yeah. Don't live in your fears like Mike Tomlin. But you're never going to know, Tyler, if you don't try.
No, you won't.
Like we need to just go get somebody.
And like, he's not 38.
Right.
He's still like, he's on the downswing, but Yeah, again, I would not complain if they got Suarez at all. They will not. He's not even probably on their radar.
No, probably not.
No, but it's a fun little thought exercise.
So here's another thing too about all these guys saying the Pirates are going to spend, the executives expect them to spend. If the Pirates are truly going to spend this offseason, they wouldn't be trading Mitch Keller, right? Like you can't trade Mitch Keller if you're spending. I mean, if you're just going to go wild in this offseason and spend and go all in, like you would keep Mitch Keller, right?
Yeah, you would think so.
And I don't know. I don't know where we're at. Like maybe Ben will we'll get a Thanksgiving trade. We'll have an emergency podcast.
No,
turkey
no,
and pumpkin pie. It'll be
no,
Tyler and I because Jim's traveling and Donardo's drunk.
No. I'm not doing a freaking podcast. I am not doing one tomorrow. No emergency podcast tomorrow. We've done this before where we've had holiday podcasts because Ben decides to do it.
Yeah,
he does. He does them on every freaking holiday.
He's like George Washington. He's crossing the river and he's going to attack you on Christmas.
No, not doing it.
So again, we'll see what happens with Keller. But yes, obviously trading Keller gives you another avenue to spend more. But again, if you were just going crazy and going to spend like everybody says, oh, the Pirates are spending this year, it's going to be 110 and beyond, then yeah, you would just keep Keller too because you're going all in. Like Keller's a proven arm.
Now, granted, Ryan, just thinking about it, if they were to, let's just say we know right now they're going 110. Like we're hammered in, they're spending 110 million this year. I think that makes me more likely to trade Mitch Keller because that's a lot more money to deal with.
It is. But then you could argue
the way it's set up right now, though. Like if they're gonna go 87 to 90, I'd rather hang on to Mitch Keller. I think.
Right.
Because I'd rather just build that rotation. If you're going to 110, I would trade Mitch Keller. If you're staying the way you are, keep him.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too, like, does the timing of all this matter? Like, if you're the Pirates, if you're Bob Nutting, are you going to go sign a big contract while Keller's still on the roster? Like, are they going to have to trade Keller first? Well, right, before they, but are they going to have to trade Keller first before they actually go and sign somebody to a decent deal? So,
right.
Yeah, it's there's just a lot of unknowns, and again, I'm pretty sure they're not going to spend the 110. But again, we don't really know what's happening with Keller either. Like they could, we've talked about this. Like Jim's on board with keeping him. I'm on board. Like I'm on board with keeping him. But if you get a good deal that somebody just overpays and blows you away, then do it. Because again, you can't trade him for hey, it's a guy in AAA. He was blocked. No, you got to trade him for an actual bat. And if you could do that, hey, that shores up another spot, a hole in your lineup, and then you could go spend and hopefully get another hole filled up. So, but Sonny Gray just got traded to the Red Sox. Like that kind of, does that eliminate one of your trade partners for Keller?
Yeah, it does.
Like if, Travis Williams just talked about being aggressive, you're not really aggressive to start off.
And then at the same time, like that Sonny Gray trade does nothing for me. Now, granted,
you mean like the return?
The return does nothing for me. But also, it's two completely different situations.
Yeah, they got like a 26-year-old.
That return blows. And also, Sonny Gray's
old too. I mean, he's up there.
Yeah, he's basically Mitch Keller. They're the same person. Neither of them really like they're good starting pitchers. They're going to eat innings. I don't know, man. Like, I would prefer to hang on to Mitch Keller if I know this team's going to actually spend. If they're not going to spend, then they're going to have to pinch pennies and play within or outside the margins, whatever they want to call it this year, which is just a dumbass saying. Whoever came up with that should be fired right now.
Look at this.
We gotta win within the margin. Go pound.
MLB front office here, Ben's Burner, says Suarez can strike out 250 times if he hits 50 home runs. Exactly. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, he could strike out as many times as he wants.
But he's never
but you're right.
Home runs, but okay.
Getting back to Keller, like, he hit 49 last year.
50.
You can trade Keller if you're going to spend. You can't trade Keller and then go and do your normal offseason and be like, here's the Tommy Pham, here's the Jack Sawinski on opening day. Like, that is a no. You cannot do that. If you do that, like PNC
Keller's
Park,
money with
just here, Kutch for $4 or $5 million. Here's Sawinski. Here's Pham. No, you need to go and actually spend it, because if they do that, they trade Keller and just do their normal offseason. Like, PNC Park's going to be dead. No one's coming out, even on.
I sure as hell won't.
Yeah, so you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if the timing, like, you almost like have to trade Keller before they can actually go get a bat. But
yeah, I hate this baseball team, dude.
Yeah, it's
Ryan, we're spending Thanksgiving Eve talking about this baseball team. Well, Jim and Bernard are just out gallivanting the world.
Well, Jim's in Washington County, so I mean, he's not really gallivanting.
They're gallivanting.
All right. I just, that's my biggest fear. Look, we know, it's just them coming into this offseason and they end up with, a couple. They just spend 15, 20 million, fill out the roster, and it is what it is. Hey, we'll see if we improve. If everybody on the hitting side just happens to improve, we'll be okay. So
yeah, if everybody gets better, this could be an okay team.
But it's either like, even Suarez, if you're going to go get Suarez, you're going to have to probably overpay. And Lisa says, you guys have no life. Oh my goodness, Lisa. Correct. We don't. You're going to have to overpay. And are they going to do that? And then if not, or you wait guys out and you try to sign them when it like gets close to spring training and opening day, but then you're not really being aggressive and you risk losing them to other teams. So I don't know, man. If I'm Ben, I'm in year 7. Like, it's time, dude.
He's got a swing.
You got a Cy Young winner. You got young pitching. This is it. Dude. This is the time. Like, I'm making a move.
I actually kind of wish I was Ben Cherington right now. That would be a fun job right now. Like, you're do or die year. If you don't win this year, I'm getting fired. I'm swinging.
It'd be real fun.
I'm swinging at everything.
Until Bob Nutting calls you and says, oh, you can only spend $15 million.
Don't care. I'm spending it. I'm spending that bad boy. Let's roll, boy. Come on.
There you go.
Eugenio, join the club.
Bring them all in. Bring them in.
Mitch, let me sign that check right now. Here you go. Let's roll.
When do you think Kutch gets re-signed? Like, is it going to be later, or is it going to be? Because Kutch has made
I don't think he will. I
do not think
he will. I think he's done. I think
he's done in Pittsburgh. See, I feel like. Well, wait. You think?
No, I think he's done in Pittsburgh.
Okay, because I was going to say, if he was he hasn't mentioned anything about retirement. He wanted to play another year. If that's the case, and you're the Pirate, like, you would have already brought him back, I would think, right?
Yeah, probably done. I think he's going elsewhere.
Oh man, if he signs elsewhere, and I get it, it's not like a huge loss as far as production, but if he signs elsewhere, like the PR hit, it's just another stain. It's like, what? You lost Kutch. You have Paul Skeens, and you couldn't even bring Kutch back as like a role player to try to, go for a playoff spot or something.
Can I be honest? I'd be okay with it.
I get that. I do. Because, again, I'm okay with it if you improve the team.
Yep.
Right. If you just don't sign Kutch and he signs with, like, the Mets,
right,
and then you just do your normal crap in the offseason and don't really make the team better, then I got a problem. Yeah, I got a problem.
I have to watch like a Tommy Pham playing DH every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Irritating.
Exactly. Yeah, it would be
Okay.
bad. So, but again, it'll be interesting. Bucko Mike says Kutch signs 1-year deal in Brewers land. Yeah, I don't know.
I would not be shocked if he's gone.
This is a good point too. Sherrod says
Yeah.
Kutch will wait
It
to
is a
see
good
if they
point.
actually spend. And I mean, Kutch has done this with this front office for how long now? He's probably wondering, look, guys, you got to show me something. So he could be completely right with that. And, and I wouldn't fault Kutch. I wouldn't fault Kutch for that at all.
There was a word that came out there. That gonna say, Ryan.
Yep.
All right. So, is it Thanksgiving time?
I think so.
All right.
Got my pumpkin pie.
There was something I was going to say, but I won't say that. All right, Ryan. We're going to chat a little bit of Thanksgiving real quick before we get out of here. We're going to share. You explained it, actually. It was your thought.
Yeah, so just basically we want to do a Thanksgiving themed segment here. And kind of go over like what former Buccos, what former Pirates that we are thankful for. And I don't just have one. I have a couple, Tyler.
Yeah. I got a few on the dome.
And this is like in my head, and I didn't really mention this to you, but like this is in our lifetime. Like obviously, like I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm thankful for Roberto Clemente. Like obviously,
I'm not thankful for Bill Mazeroski. I was not alive for that.
I was not alive for that. I appreciate he was here and what he did for the team, but yeah, I didn't see that. So this is for like our lifetime, probably people listening here like their lifetime. Players that we're thankful for over the years. We haven't had much to really to celebrate and kind of they get excited about with this franchise over the years. So just kind of wanted to go some names that we were thankful for the Buccos. And I didn't want to do what Pittsburgh Pirate is like the turkey.
Who is
who is the cranberry sauce? It's like, So we'll do this.
I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a single pirate.
Tommy Pham is the pumpkin pie. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's good one time a year.
So do you want to go first? Because Polar Bear Barry White
here says
Jack Wilson. Here. I'm thankful for Jack Wilson.
Yeah, and absolutely. Jack Wilson's a great pick. Been on the show, friend of the program. His son's a stud.
And we don't have him.
I know. So
I watched the the Tigers drafted every second generation player that was ever out there, and they never amounted to anything. And we couldn't have drafted his son. Terrible.
All right, so I think I'm picking somebody different than you. My number one thankful for Francisco Liriano.
Okay.
Because Frankie, we as Pirates fans, we give a ton of credit to AJ Burnett. And rightfully so. AJ Burnett did a lot of things to turn around this franchise. He was a big part of a lot of things. The personality alone for AJ, it's great. I don't know of another Pittsburgh Pirate that started a wild card game and just shoved. Just absolutely shoved. That entire year, 3.02 ERA. Just every time out there. We have not had a pitcher that I could look at in a wild card game and go, that's my dude. Until Paul Skeens. But Liriano was that dude. And they made major mistakes not starting him in a single one the next 2 years. They screwed the pooch. Francisco Liriano does not get enough credit around here for how good he was. Mm-hmm. He was so good here.
You're right. He was a dog. Like Liriano, like they don't make those playoffs without him.
They do not.
So he was here 13 to 16.
Yep.
You mentioned the 3.02, and he had a 3.02 ERA, 3.38, 3.38 again. In those 3 years, the 3 playoff years, he was a dog. And you're right, he doesn't get as much credit. AJ gets a ton,
Mm-hmm.
and Liriano was awesome. Do you remember we signed him, and right after that signing, I mean, like it was like a week or two later, he injured his hand or his wrist or whatever it was, and it was just like,
yep.
Here we go again. Like it's the Pirates, Like
Yep.
of course they would make this move. Yeah, Liriano was awesome.
He does not get enough credit around these parts.
He doesn't.
People need to love Francisco. He's the only dude that's won a wild card game for you. Garrett Cole tried. He got lit up. Edinson Volquez should have never started a game in a while. Never should have started a wild card game. He got lit up. Yeah, Frankie, both those years.
Robbie Fulton's here. He says Giles, Bay, and Burnett. I mean, that's a good list.
No, those are all good. That's a good list.
So I got a couple. Are you done doting about Liriano?
Yeah, I'm good on Liriano. I just wanted to give him his credit.
So so Fulton mentions Brian Giles. I mean, Giles, like high school years, college, like Giles was awesome. And we've talked about how good of a hitter he was. He was so good. And the catch he made, a couple of those ones where he stuck into the wall, like literally took a piece out of the wall. Giles was awesome. So Giles was on my list. Jack Wilson was on my list. God, those teams were so bad that Jack and them were on. And he was so good, so steady, unheard of that he didn't win a Gold Glove. Jared Triolo has a Gold Glove and Jack Wilson doesn't. Like, it seems kind of unfair. And that's not taking anything away from what Triolo did, but my God, Jack Wilson was so good, so smooth at short. So they were on my list. But my main one is Russell Martin. You mentioned, 13, 14, those years. Russell Martin came to the Buccos in 13, and dude, he was like the heart and soul of the team.
For sure.
That pitching staff was awesome, and Russell Martin was right there, calling games and doing it with the bat and doing it behind the plate. And he was a legitimate catcher, major leaguer that the Pirates brought in. And he was awesome. And I remember, I had like a half season ticket plan or something at that time. And I remember sitting in the stands being like, they have to re-sign Russell Martin. Like, they have to bring him back. There's they can't not let him go. Of course, they let him go, but they were able to get Cervelli, which worked out. But I mean, look at it. Russell Martin was worth a 4.1 WAR and then 5.7 WAR in 2014. That's absurd. He was so good. Russell Martin was awesome.
Yeah, he was one of my top 2 picks for sure.
Yep.
Because I thought about Russell Martin. And I don't know about you. I was thinking about guys outside the box. Like you mentioned AJ. AJ is definitely a guy that he's appreciated enough around here.
Right.
Can I mention one more guy that I bring him up
too, so
often enough. Guys, we do not appreciate Jose Tabata enough.
Joey Bats.
Just 2013, Marte goes down. They've got nothing in the outfield. They wait until August 1st to go trade for Marlon Byrd. August 31st, sorry. It was the waiver trade deadline. They waited until the very end to sign to trade for somebody. They had no outfielders. You know what Jose Tabata did? 189 weighted runs created plus in July, 205 in August, 178 in September. 2013 Jose Tabata, I'm not joking with you, was the difference maker of them making the playoffs and having that home game.
Oh, boy.
In all reality, he's the difference of them having that home game there because it's a tight race. And this guy just raked for 3 months. It's all he did because I think his return was Liriano's debut for the Pirates. and he hit 1 or 2 homers that game against the Mets, I believe. Jose Tabata in 2013 was a legitimate baseball player. They don't get that wild card spot in a home game without him. He does not get enough credit here.
Craziness.
Am I crazy there?
No, I don't think so. But it's not one I was thinking of.
He was a 2-win player that year.
It's not one that I was thinking of. I'll give you that. I'm thankful for Joey Bats dropping the shoulder,
whatever,
the perfect game, dropping the elbow, getting on base. You know,
Joe, you keep calling him Joey Bats like he's Jose Batista.
That's what I call. I don't know. They're all
Joey Tabs.
Joey Tabs. I got a couple more quick ones.
Okay.
You mentioned they wouldn't have that wild card game without Tabata. Can I talk about Wandy Rodriguez for a minute?
Yeah.
Wandy. I loved the pickup at the time because it was in 2012. It was like one of the first, like, hey, the Pirates are going for it. Like, we didn't just deal for prospects at the deadline. We got somebody. In 2012 with the Buccos, 12 starts, 3.72 ERA. Comes in 2013, 3.59 ERA, gets injured. And that injury, like, it crushed me, Tyler. Like, if he doesn't get injured, I think they win the division. They don't have to go through the wild card game. And that pretty much ended him. Excuse me. I'm choking up here. It's terrible. Because then in 2014, he did 6 starts and he was like pretty much done. But that injury, like, it was devastating. I loved the pickup of Wandy. He was great with the Pirates until that injury. I think they win the division with him their whole year.
He was probably one of the best left-handed pitchers in baseball at that point. Like, there weren't lefties that were starters and that good. And he was just a solid 3.50 ERA every year.
Yep.
No, I love the Wandy deal.
Yeah,
like
Yellow Beard there says loved watching Wandy pitch. Yeah, Wandy was great. I love the pickup. Yeah, somebody mentioned Derek Lee here. Derek Lee was fun.
That.
He was ridiculous for those like 30 games he was here. He was
he took like 3 weeks to get here too. He's like, I don't really want.
He was like Pittsburgh. I don't know, guys.
Do I have to? I'll just go there,
retire.
And then he's like, I'll just hit like a bunch of bombs and not care.
Yep. So yeah, Wandy, Russell Martin, as I mentioned, I did want to mention, he had probably the biggest moment in our lifetime for Pirates history with the home run in the wild card game.
Yeah.
13.
And like, I have to. Marlon Bird.
He had another. Yeah, he had the other home run in that game.
Just that, he was so good.
He was solid. Yeah, he was solid.
He was so good for like a month and a half.
Yep.
Yeah, Marlon was fun.
That was really. No, go ahead.
No, that was like the last trade deadline acquisition that worked out.
Yeah, that was like exciting and
maybe.
Right. A couple people here in the chat mentioned Darren Lewis, which I thought was funny. His great Pirates career. And I have to mention my boy Lastings Millage.
Yeah.
He wasn't good. Former number 1 prospect. But I love Lastings. Number 80, what was he, 85? Lastings was I appreciate and I'm thankful for the energy he brought to the Buccos. I wish he would have been better. It could have lasted. His career would have been a little longer and lasted with the Buccos. But I loved Lastings.
Yeah, I mean, Lastings kind of falls into that category of guys we enjoyed but weren't very good.
Which is that's a good list.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I've got
over the years
a stupid amount. Like, Stormy Pimentel was my guy.
Oh my god,
love me some Stormy Knights. Which
not good. Yeah, least thankful Derek Bell. There you go. I agree with that.
Bell.
Him and Mondesi.
You know what? And MLB front office mentions that Jordan Lyles got Neil Huntington fired. So you know who I'll be thankful for next? Whoever gets Ben Sherrick fired.
That's true. I don't know what gets him fired at this point. Like what?
Our
does
guy
get him fired?
here, let's be real here. 2015 J Happ was about as good as I've seen a starting pitcher look. Like I've seen Paul
Happ's a good
Skeens.
one.
I've seen Paul Skeens pitch a lot. Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in baseball, but that stretch from J.A. Happ was unreal.
Yes, Hap was great.
It
He
was
that was a good
like
pick.
numbers wise, it was better than Skeens. 185 ERA.
It's absurd to think about, isn't it?
I remember watching him. I think he was pitching against Arrieta, and just watching Cervelli not have to move the glove an inch for every single pitch. He was just lights out.
Real quick, Derek Lee
Yeah.
played 28 games for the Pirates. He ended his career in Pittsburgh. He hit 337, 398 on base, 584. He had 173 OPS plus.
Yeah.
Derek Lee, he was 35 years old. Like Derek Lee was so good. The Pirates, I believe they actually talked about offered or thinking about offering.
Yeah, they tried.
They offered him a deal, and he was like, "Guys, I'm going to watch my kids. They're playing softball. I'm out." And he retired.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to play for you. We're good.
It was like Pirates. Nope. He was so good. This is like the greatest 28 games in Pirates
But again,
history.
like I can't complain about him because he tried when he was here. Like he didn't want to be here, but he did it.
He didn't just try. He murdered
was
baseball.
elite.
Yeah. Somebody says Jeff Carson's Jeff Locke.
I did love me some Jeff Carson's. Not Jeff Locke. Jeff Locke can go away as far as humanly possible. I hated watching him pitch. What a pud whacker when he threw a baseball. I hated watching Jeff Locke throw.
I told Donardo, we got to get Carson's on this pod. He's like active on Twitter now.
I love me some Jeff Carson's. Yeah. Jeff Locke, no.
Like Jeff Carson's needs to be like the eighth member of NS9 that we just like, hey, Thanksgiving Eve, Jeff, you got to come on here with
You're
us.
filling in tonight.
You're filling in tonight.
Tyler and Ryan are going to the bar this year.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, next year, Jim and Donardo have this one. Next year.
Go. Right. Mark it down, guys.
We're putting that into the book right now. All right, Ryan, you got anything else?
I don't. I appreciate you guys in the chat. I'm thankful for all your suggestions. This was good. We had a good chat today. We didn't think it was going to be very good, but apparently we're not the only ones who don't go out on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah. Some fun ball talk.
Yep.
All right. Any fun picks this weekend through FanDuel? I know the Pirates are plus 12.5. Well, 12,500. It sounds so stupid to say it that way, but
I haven't looked at any.
500.
I haven't looked at any baseball stuff. How about tomorrow?
What do you got tomorrow?
I like the Packers.
Okay.
Burrow's back. Burrow's definitely back tomorrow.
Yeah, he's at
the
least
Bengals
been cleared.
Tweeted out about it. So
yeah, I know.
I kind of like. I kind of like the Bengals +7.
I don't know. That big too.
All right.
No, I've got them. Well,
Ravens have just kind of been. They've been winning, but they've been like scuffling. So
I actually kind of love that pick. All right, so
that means it's a loser.
FanDuel Bengals +7.
We're both on it. We're both on it. We're in trouble.
Yeah, I'll probably take the Ravens tomorrow. All right, you ready to get out of here, Ryan?
I'm ready to go. Thanks, guys. Well, thankful for you and have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you all have a great Thanksgiving. We'll be back with you on Friday. Sicko Sound Off. I believe I will be on.
Oh, you again. Oh, my goodness.
Yep, we'll just run it back with me again. We'll get all that information out to you guys, but we will be on Sicko Sound Off on Friday, and then we'll be back with you on Monday with Bucko Brew. Stay tuned for everything through the holiday because Sicko Sound Off will happen Friday.
That, and if there's a trade or a big pickup, emergency pod. So we're always ready for the emergency pod. So we'll have somebody on here, right?
Yeah, not Tyler. All right, let's get out of here, Ryan. Appreciate you all for hanging out. We're out. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Peace.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.